What's up guys, welcome to AB Auto. Now, if you didn't realise, the C43 is now a year old, which is crazy. And that means it's had its first proper Mercedes service. Now this is the service A, it's the first one, it's a big one. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how much I paid for it. It's not going to be one of those videos when people talk for 10 minutes and just go completely off topic. We're going to get straight to the point. I'm going to tell you exactly how much I paid. So, let's go. Alright guys, so how much did this beast cost me to service? Well, I have a service plan with Mercedes and I pay £31 a month for this service plan. Apparently it worked out a bit cheaper to go for the service plan, that's why I did it. So if you times 31 by 12, my first service on this car has cost me £372, which isn't too bad. Now I know what some of you might be thinking, £372 for a service, that's loads. Well, to be honest, for a Mercedes and an AMG, that's not actually much at all. I mean, they'll charge you over £300 for just an oil change. Could I have got it cheaper? Yeah, I mean, if I went to an independent dealership, or mechanic, I mean, there's tons of great independents out there that do quality work. Questionably, some actually better than Mercedes for much cheaper, but you know, I've got the service plan, I've got the car, it was much easier to do. They gave me a courtesy car, which is always handy because it's really hard to arrange cars. And they also do a lot of other stuff too. What we're going to do now is we're going to jump in the car, I'm going to show you the paperwork, we're going to go through all the individual checks they do on the car, because I found it really interesting looking through, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Alrighty, so this is the invoice summary from Mercedes for my car. So this is the part I wanted to show you guys. So obviously we've got the standard things like the oil filter, replace battery for keyless go. So if the car key needed a battery replaced, they would swap that out. That's good to know, but they didn't need to in this case. Interior, check warning and function indicator lamps and instrument cluster. Check horn for proper operation. Read out map data status from navigation system. Check for update. Read out maintenance data from instrument cluster. Check condition of tire depth of tires. Assess condition of brake linings. Assess condition of brake discs. All okay. Check condition of vehicle underside. Check all visible parts of the vehicle underside for damage and leakage. Check condition of steering and tie rods. Check condition of front axle and front axle ball joints. Check condition of drive shaft and flexible couplings. Check condition of rear axle and rear axle ball joints. Check condition of suspension struts or shock absorbers and springs. If you follow my channel, you'll know we had to replace one of the shock absorbers, which was a bit disappointing after a year, but they did fix it under warranty for free. Check tyres for damage, cracking. Oh, that's good to know there's no cracking or damage in the tyres, because they freeze up in the winter and make a horrible noise when turning. Check condition of vehicle exterior, windshield, wiper blades, coolant levels, brake system. Check low temperature circuit coolant level. Check all visible parts of engine compartment for damage and leaks, that's good. Check visible area of poly V-belt for wear. Check lamps in the instrument cluster and interior illumination for proper operation. They really do check everything. This is the Plus package. I'm not sure what that means, but I've got it apparently. So that's all the checks they do. That's quite interesting. And this is just your general health check. You get one of these health checks whenever you take your car to Mercedes. You can just go and get one for free if you're in warranty. Really, there's not much to say on here really, other than my tyres at 2.6 at the front and 4 at the rear, which is interesting. I would have thought the rear would have gone first. General rule of thumb with tyres is once it gets down to 3 mil tread, that's when you start feeling a difference in handling. That's when you should start replacing. However, the legal limit in this country is 1.5, which is actually quite low. If you go down to 1.5, then you're going to be skidding all over the place, even in a car like this with amazing traction. I mean, why cheap out on tyres? It's the one thing that actually touches the ground on the car, and if you're paying all this money for the car, to cheap out on tyres is silly. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be replacing all 4 tyres. Even though the rear ones are in good, I want to get rid of the run flats, and I don't like the idea of having run flats at the back and non-run flats at the front. So I've been meaning to get rid of the run flats, so it's quite a good thing. Interestingly though, you can see here on the invoice as well, is that Mercedes have actually quoted me for 2 new tyres, and as you probably are not surprised, Mercedes completely rip you off when it comes to tyres. It says here that they want £200 plus VAT for each tyre, Now £200 might not sound much, but once we add the VAT, which is 20%, that comes to about 250, I think. So £250 for a tyre, not great. I've already checked, and the tyres I want to get, which are great, I think I'm going to go for the Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. You can get them on blackcircles.com for like 130 to 150 max per tyre in the 19-inch, so I'm happy with that. So there we have it, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. That is how much it costs to have your Mercedes AMG serviced for the first service. And of course, we've just run through all the things they do. Also, guys, if you do want to see, I've got the dash cam up here. And when my car was at Mercedes, I recorded the whole trip, and there's a separate video on my channel. You might have already watched it. I'll link it up here now, and you can see exactly what happens when you're at Mercedes. It's actually quite funny. They were a little bit naughty, and some of the staff revved the engine. They had a bit of fun. It wasn't super professional. Yeah, so check that video out if you want to see that. But hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that like button because it really helps me and the channel out. And if you want to see more of this car and my journey with this car, then hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.